Yo, what's happening everyone? It's your boy here, Abdurrahim, back again with another great amazing tutorial. Well, the tutorial of today, it's all about After Effects, and I'm gonna just share with you guys the beginning of out of it, how you can just get started, how you can understand keyframe, how you can just handle each kind of assets or each kind of physics or each kind of properties inside After Effects. Not far info, let's get started. Okay, right now we are actually inside After Effects. As you can see, guys, there are two things here. First of all, it's new composition and a new composition from footage. New composition is like you're creating a new layout, and new composition from footage is like you're finding that footage, a video which you've shot, and implement it there. Now I can give you an example. If I click on new composition, there's a dialog popping out. This is like on Photoshop. If you're creating a new file or a new layout for your workspace, this is how we do it. And if you click here, to just go directly to the directory to find the video. Now I'm going to just use the new composition. Now we're going to start from this panel here. First of all, there's something called composition name. That's so important to write your composition name. Like for today, we're going to say lower thirds composition. That's our composition name for the lower thirds. Another kind of stuff, we're gonna just keep it custom, or you can just change any value you want. Now if I'm going to change the value I want, I can say 1920 by 1080p, which means it's gonna lock the aspect ratio by 16:9, which I think it's more perfectly. Now another kind of stuff, you can click on the preset and change any preset you like. If you want to work with 4K, you want to work with film 2K or 8K and stuff like that. But other people, they prefer this kind of stuff, but they don't know actually the numbers which they pop up here, like HDV 1080 and 25. Well, 25 stands for the FPS. If you don't know about FPS, well, it's a frame per second, which is quite important. Another kind of stuff, you can change the frames you want. You can drop the frames up to 24, you can just keep the frames up to 30 frames, but on this video we're going to use frames up to 25, which let's just keep it consistency. Another kind of stuff, it's the time code. I'm sorry guys if I'm going so fast. And another kind of stuff is actually on the time code, there's a starting time code, which usually normally each video starts at the time code of 0. No video can never start a time code from 5 minutes dropping down, though perhaps it's being reversed. Even if it's reversed, it will start to just time code from 0 up to a certain time code which you're targeting. So to my own kind of aspect, for the duration, we're just gonna keep it 50 seconds, but I will explain it here so some of you guys don't get lost. Now for the first one, number means it's an hour, and this one means it's minutes like 30 minutes, 20 seconds, just normal like time how it is. Now this one, it will sound like seconds, but in other way this one will sound like milliseconds. Now we're going to keep it just the same way, since we need only this working with seconds, because I don't want to work with a minute on my video. Now after I'm done, I'm gonna just click OK. But if I'm not done, actually there's a background color. You can change any color you want for your layout to appear, which is quite amazing. Another kind of stuff is an advanced option. Well, on the advanced option, this is playing around with the frame. Now you may want your frame layout how to look like, the angle and stuff like that. Just leave it as how it is, don't play around with any settings there. Another kind of stuff, when it comes to 3D render, just leave it as a classic 3D. If you want to work with Cinema 4D, you can just use Cinema 4D. But mom can ask me, I'm going to leave everything as how it is, and I'm going to change. Am I changing anything? By the way, I'm not changing anything. Now after that, I'm going to click OK. Now after we click OK, we're having our layout just this way, very nice and precise. Now I'm going to create something which is awesome. It's a lower third. I'm going to take my text and I'm going to click it on the layout, and on this text of today we're going to say motion graphics. Now nothing is being written because of one thing. Well, the color is white, so I'm going to click here and change the color to dark. As you can see, it will just appear there ASAP. Now I'm going to click. What am I saying? Now whenever you get an error like this one, don't get frightened. Well, it's all about refreshing. It will tell you refresh, disable, release caps lock, or release just a caps lock on your keyboard, and everything will be just good. Now after that, we have something called anchor point. If I zoom in, you'll see there's this small dot here. This is called anchor point. Long story short about anchor point, well, anchor point changes the varies upon the property which you're changing on the layout. Perhaps my anchor point on this corner, if I extend my font, you see it starts from this angle coming up, but if I click Y on the keyboard, that means it's selecting for the anchor point on the toolbar here. Now I'm going to just select my anchor point and keeping it at the center. Now if I resize everything, it will just come all the way at the center, but nothing happened, right? Now you just keep it here, then change it to move to, then after that click it, then try moving it out, but still nothing happens. Well, why is it not changing? Well, just let's expand our text and transform and see what's happening. Well, is anchor point only settled or it's not? Well, it's actually not. So it's not flexible on the layout because of some of the properties, don't get me wrong. And right now if we change everything, still it's parked at the same position. So let me just use the same position, no problems, because of saving time. So I'm going to cover it on the next video. Now I'm going to use this kind of layout here, and I'm going to change my font a little bit to bold. Now after keeping it bold, then we're having our text here. I'm going to expand as how we expanded it. You can see on the text side, right? Now we're having something called path options. Now you can change path or you can select a path. Now everything is using a keyframe. Now I'm going to click on animate and selecting everything I want. If I want character offset, then I can offset character. As you can see, there is something like range selected. We can select which range we want, like if I want it to start from this side and this side and stuff like that, and keep it randomly and bring it here and there. Now I'm gonna undo everything. I'm just gonna keep everything basic. I just wanted to share with you guys so you can understand all that. I'm gonna expand it, then I'm gonna just leave it this way. Now I'll change what that do. I want it to be bold here. Okay, bold, nice. Now after having it there, I'm gonna just use this way. It's gonna just pop up here. Now I'm gonna change the opacity, click the keyframe, click all the keyframe. Just try applying all the keyframe. Now we're having a start keyframe, so I'll go forward frames, or I'll use control and arrows, moving arrows to go one frame after the other frames to keep it consistently. So I'm gonna keep it somewhere here. After having it here, then I'm gonna drop my opacity up to there. So if it's here, guess what's happening? It's vice versa, right? Undo everything. Then from this side, starting from this point, I want you guys to reduce the opacity. Now if we go forward, I want you to increase the opacity, and I want you guys to pull up this one. You see, we pull it up to there. Now this is what's gonna happen. Boom, we're having a really nice stylishable text layout which pops up a little bit. It kicks up. Now I want it to just do one thing. I want it whenever it just goes up to there, I want this one to start forward. Now you can play around keyframe how you arrange them, and it stays there nice and smooth, but it's delaying a little bit. I'll bring it up to here. Now you're gonna highlight all the keyframes, right click them and click keyframe assistant, then use easy ease. Easy ease is like making the keyframes become so smooth. Now after that, just click play on the keyboard, spacebar. Boom, you can see what we're having. Now that's how you make your own kind of text or title inside After Effects. I know this is a little bit just minimal because of some few reasons that you guys are like basic and stuff you're learning throughout this, so I won't go too much core and I don't want to take a bunch of your time. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to continue where I left it. So thank you guys for watching. If you love this video today, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. You're new here, my name is Abdurrahim13. Consider subscribing to Humble here. I really appreciate on that. Last but not least, I'm going to check you guys on the next video. My tongue, I don't know what's happening with it. I just get like I'm becoming like a prediction or something, having no idea. Peace.